So now we are going to basically see how we can basically deploy this application on Streamlit public cloud and Google Cloud Run. Okay, so in order to deploy on a Streamlit public cloud, you need to have an account with Streamlit cloud. I have already deployed a few applications, so let's see. So it will look like that. Let's log in, and then we have to basically look for our repo there. It's loading. Okay, yeah, so once you basically able to log in, then you connect your account with any public GitHub repo, and from that it will basically pull your code up, and it will start creating environment using your uh, environment.toml file. Oh, let me log in. I think I will be able to get that. तो आपकी जो ये यहाँ पे फाइल है project.toml, इसको यूज़ करेगा and create an environment, and then your application will be ready to go. Okay, I don't know why it's taking so long. Okay, so it's still working. Okay, yeah, I got it. Sometimes it's okay, yeah, so it will create an environment, and then we are going to give a command to basically host the application, and then you can basically uh, select a domain name of your application from available names, and yeah, that's it with the deployment. Okay, while it's working, and the next one I'll come back to that once it's done. Okay, so the next deployment is using on the Docker, on the Google Cloud. So why Google Cloud? Because it's I wanted to cover a public cloud, so I selected Google Cloud for this. Yeah, okay, so we are basically up here. So these are the apps I have already basically serving from my account. So we go to new app, and here we can select our repo. You guys can see me, yes? And here you can select the branch, and then here you have to give the location. So our location is demo apps slash main.py. This is our location, and then I am going to basically give some custom name, chat with data. Okay, is taken. Okay, chat with data, I can say df. Okay, available. You go to the advanced settings. Here you can basically select the environment. I can select, I think 10 or 11, that's what I want. Let's say 10, and save. Okay, and then deploy. So now it's working. You can see here some of the logs is going to generate. So your app says in the oven. Here if you go to manage app, here you can see what's going on. Okay, provisioning the machine, preparing the system, and then all those messages you will keep seeing. So now it's installing all these libraries. Yep. So if you will be able to generate an environment, then everything will be all right. Otherwise, you might have some issues. So what I recommend you guys is basically uh, uh, fork the repo, log into Streamlit public cloud, and try to basically deploy an app using your own repository. Okay. So here is an error. So error says
जी
installer
जरूर.
return. So it's saying that issue is with some of the dependencies. Installer return non-zero code. Okay. Anyway, so if everything works well, it will give you the app. Okay. We don't have time to fix those errors yet. I will have to look a little bit later. But this is the procedure basically you can adopt to deploy the application. All right.
जी. Thank you.
Okay, so next procedure is how can we basically deploy our app on Google Cloud. For that, you need to have a project, Google Cloud project, and for that you can create that project using your command line. And first of all, you have to set up your init project authentications, and then using this simple command gcloud this one, you will be able to create a project from the command line from here. Okay, and then you have to do some sort of configurations here. Just follow these steps, and yeah, so then you have to set your compute zone and region. I set Australia Southeast 1, and then you can, if you want to see the available zones or regions, you are with this command you can see here. And make sure that the billing is activated on your Google Cloud project. For this project we have just created, so once you create this one, then go to the console and make this available. Okay. Other steps are that we have to enable few APIs. You can go into the console and enable there, or you can run these commands to enable these two basically services. One is a cloud build, the other one is the Google APIs. Okay, it's pretty simple. Just follow these commands, you will be able to do it. Okay. And the next one is we have to create service account. So service account is basically giving permissions of your project to services. Okay, so for example, this service need a permission to go to your project which you have created, and billing and everything. So we create this one. Okay, and then add Google Cloud projects, add these permissions to our this project here. All these services, see, we have to give the roles are run.invoke. Here is services.service consumer and admin. So we define these roles, just run these commands, you will be good to go. And the next one is we create a Docker image. Okay, so here the name of the image does matter. So you first, same command we have done earlier, Docker build uh, target runtime. This is the location and the name. So the name, that would be your zone identifier. Okay, and like this, and then it will be your project, Google Cloud project name, and then this would be your uh, app or cloud run app name. We will create this one in a while, and then your Docker name. So this is the structure of the name you have to follow. And here we have to create this artifacts registry where we basically are going to push the image. So this is called artifacts registry. So this create one, you have to create this once, not all the time. So using this command. Okay, it's pretty simple, you have to do. Now you have to define some configurations or permissions. So authenticate your cloud build using this command, and then you basically check the locations of your artifacts where you're going to push your image. Okay, once these things done, then you need to push your Docker. So you say Docker push. So this is your image. you have just created. So it will push that image into your Docker artifacts registry. Okay, so once it's done, then you deploy the application using this command. Simple. Okay, so your image is already pushed. This is your name. So this image is already pushed on the system. This is your region, and these are your service accounts and the port you specified to basically uh, deploy your application. That's it. Once you do that, then you will see that your application is running. So let me see, if I run this one, it should give me uh, the answer that this one is already running, or it will deploy again and give me the link to the application. Okay, let me see if I have that.
एक क्वेश्चन है यहाँ पे.
Yeah, okay, I'll have questions. So this is the URL it's given me. If I go to this URL, then we will be able to basically see the application we have just built. So this is the application. It's running on Google Cloud, GCP. All right. So now one clear difference between deploying on Google Cloud with container and public Streamlit cloud. With this, pushing the Docker, we didn't have any issues, right? Because we pushed with all the data and everything together, and the application is running straight away. But when we were trying to deploy with the Streamlit, we faced an error of this creating the environment. Okay, so that's basically a clear advantage of deploying your application with Docker, or generating environment locally and deploying that. All right, so this covers our section on deployment. So let's have some questions, and then we questions and discussions now.